Amsterdam. Smile. Hello, my friends. Europe just has my heart. I'm a Sagittarius and I love to travel. I've traveled to Europe a lot and it is such a dream of mine come true to be able to travel there with the man that I love, and travel together has been so much fun. So we started off in Amsterdam, the land of my people, which was fabulous. I really love Amsterdam. I will say it's gotten very pricey since I was there. Good Lord. Oh, 12 years ago now. And I mean, like, back then, I don't even remember what the prices were, but just be prepared. Just be prepared. I mean, you're going on vacation to spend money and stuff like that, but I was surprised at the hotel prices. Maybe it's the time of year. We were there from April 5th to the 7th, and then again to fly home on April 13th to the 14th. So didn't spend a whole lot of time there, but it was just enough. It was really beautiful. We joined a walking tour pretty late, but we got some good info. And yeah, I'll just let you enjoy some Amsterdam visuals.
I was afraid that would happen.
Oh, there's an elevator. We did go to the Sex Museum. It was pretty cool because it was their 40th anniversary. So they gave us each this, like, obviously we had to buy a ticket, but they gave us each these little tote bags that had all these goodies, which was really great souvenirs. And I love having that. We got tote bags, hat, these little plastic champagne flutes, a book, lollipop stickers. Like, it was so cool. It was really a wonderful coincidence that we went there during the 40th anniversary. It's a really cool museum. There's a lot of floors. I would say this is a museum that's worthwhile if you like history, if you like sexy time. It's pretty cool. Yeah. We did do a canal cruise, of course. They booked us a little earlier than I would have liked. I would have liked to catch the sunset. I tried to book it for 8 and then they moved us earlier. Don't know why, whatever. I did the unlimited drinks option. I got wasted. Ruben took care of me. I had so much fun. We went out to the bar after. But then, there was a point where Ruben was like, we're going home. And then we took a train, which was about an hour and 15 to Antwerp, which was gorgeous. We stayed in a hotel that was like, most of our hotels were close to the city center except for the Amsterdam ones because, like I said, it was very pricey. I don't know if it was the time or if it was the weekend or whatever, but to find somewhere that was in the city center was like $400 a night, which to me is a little steep. When I could just get a hotel that's not exactly in the city center but close to a metro line and take it in. So that's what we did in Amsterdam. And like I said, I think it was probably the time of year, probably the tulip season. But Antwerp was great. Prices were awesome. And it was really lovely. It was really beautiful. And one thing I will say about Belgium is that you can just feel the presence of the goddess. There are Madonna and Childs on pretty much like every building facade or on the building corner to protect the building, and it's a good vibe. It's a good vibe. We tried to go to the Reuben House, but it was closed under construction. But the garden was fairly magnificent, if I do say so myself. It was maybe like €11. We were there. We decided just to do it anyway, but it was really gorgeous, and there's a lot of good vibes here. So I do recommend just checking out the garden if the house is still closed. Obviously, I would have loved to see inside of the house, but out in the garden was really fabulous as well.
She's touching herself.
Good. Of course, Europe, there's all these cathedrals. I have so many videos of inside cathedrals. Now, this was the church that you saw maybe in the other parts of the video, the really big one. The Church of Our Lady, of course, the goddess. And again, like, if you're esoteric at all, you probably are if you're watching this. When you step into these buildings, they are designed to change the frequency of your brain and essentially open up your right brain with these shapes and the materials that are used. And man, you can really feel it in this one. It was just gorgeous. And again, immaculate vibes.
see, triptychs were normally closed. During the weekdays, that was closed, and only during the holidays and Sundays it was open. Like black and white TV, full color.
Second. Oh, no. First, Gilbert is the first one you ordered.
And as old churches tend to have, there's a little bit of a catacomb down here, which was cool. I like that stuff. I'm a creepy girl. I kind of like seeing where people rested. But it was cool. It's freaking smelled like the dead down there. They probably were. I think pretty much every church will have either like relics, which is a dead body anyways, or like actual graves. Then we took a train to Brussels. So we spent 2 nights in Amsterdam for the weekend, and then 2 nights in Antwerp, 1 night in Brussels, which I think was a pretty good decision. Brussels, this garden that we went through, gorgeous, close to our hotel, and there were goddesses everywhere, and it was so cool. There's these little baby duckies that you'll see, and turtles, and it was a lot of fun in the park for sure. And Brussels is really pretty, but I don't think you need more than like 2 nights for sure, but we did it in 1 night and it was pretty satisfying.
One of the books now.
No.
Well.
Yeah, I'll have to leave it on feet tomorrow. Look at little babies. Pretty sure those are Canadian geese.
I know, I was about to tell you.
The hell are they doing here?
I mean, look there. Not too bad, eh?
Elle a fait un loop.
Look at all the turtles, babe.
Oh, little turtles.
There's like 6, 7 of them.
Chilling. 2, 4, 6 literally that I can see.
Oh my god.
No, está que hola. Abi gelince
Oh, me.
os. Antwerp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, babe. Get the shot. Wow.
That's in Mexico. Ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Men on top. That is.
Another lady.
Really? Looks like have a beard, no?
Nah. God, I just love this camera. It looks so good. Yeah. I wonder if they use it for Ave Maria.
Yeah.
Like the Masons, I mean. You get the top?
I don't need
This
it,
square
unless you
at
want
the
it.
time that we found it was magical. Like to be honest, I didn't even know that this square existed. Like I've seen photos of it, but I kind of got it mixed up in my head with Antwerp. And we just happened to be walking back to the hotel, and it took us through this area. And I was like, thank the goddess for showing us that this beauty is here. And it was a really wonderful little surprise to kind of stumble upon this, especially at this kind of twilight time.
Good thing we end up here.
Yeah. And then we took a train to Ghent, which was also fabulous and gorgeous. We spent one night here. Again, probably do 2 nights, but one night was good. I remember I walked into this church and a part of my belly was showing just because my shirt was riding up. And man, this man who was like young, like he was like a young father, it's like 2 young kids, gave me the dirtiest look. I was like, brother, one, it's just like a tiny bit of belly. Like it's not like I'm showing my nipples. And also, like, you're on your way out, bro. And also, say something. You know what I mean? Like, I hate when people give me a dirty look because I will engage. And the reason why I didn't is because he has his kids there. Did you get the shot?
What?
Did you get the shot?
When we walk and see that.
Death cult. Ghent at night was also gorgeous. And this was, I don't think the moon was completely full, but, you know, I'm a Belgian moon beer drinker, and I was like, yeah, this is it. This is the Belgian moon that they made the beer about. It was really beautiful.
someone's apartment.
Whoa.
En er is zo weinig dat hem echt zo. Maar als er dan niet is, dan vind ik dat wel heel nice.
The moon. I just had zoomed in on the moon and it was like your nose.
Oh. The castle. Oh, you cannot go in there. You just
I
like-
think cars can't. It's really low light.
I know. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking hated the iPhone. Really doesn't.
Doesn't zoom at all.
It's very nice and powerful if you know how to use it.
Very small back there. So cute.
Me and my castle.
Oh my god.
You want to cross? Here? Oh, wow. Oops. I think you could get this shot with the camera. Then we went to my favorite place on this whole trip, Bruges. It was so gorgeous. I had to go because of the movie In Bruges, and I ended up finding this hotel called Hotel Jan Brito. I think I'm saying it right. I remember talking to this Belgian guy, and I was like, yeah, I'm staying at Jan Brito, and he's like, no, you typical tourist, it's Jan Brito. And I was like, okay, I'm probably still saying it wrong, but anyways, it's this really old house from the 1500s, like a really old aristocratic kind of house. That got turned into a hotel, obviously, which is where I'm staying. And I feel like the room that we had was maybe part of the stable back end of it. But I had ended up seeing, just as somebody was coming out of one of the rooms that's like in the house, and my God, was it opulent. It was fabulous. I highly recommend this hotel. The staff is great. It's, as you can see, it's just absolutely gorgeous. They have a wonderful courtyard. They do have a sauna. We didn't use it because we ran out of time, but it's so beautiful. And yeah, I mean, there's another little goddess here too, which I don't think it'll line up to what I'm saying, but you'll see it.
Spa's probably in there too.
Wherever we go, there she is. There she is again. We just walked around Bruges for a while because it's so, like I said, I think like Bruges and Prague are probably now tied for me as like my favorite places in Europe. Well, I got a lot of favorite places, but some of the most gorgeous places I've been to recently, let's say. Just so fabulous. And then we did go into the Church of the Holy Blood, which was cool to see and kind of be around. And this isn't even the square that has the tower. You want to see what that is over there?
The what?
You want to see what that is over there?
Sure. Oh, wait. Look at that building.
Wow.
I think you're right.
but this city is just so magical. Really busy with tourists. I did learn that there's only 120,000 actual residents that live there. And there must be millions of tourists because it was just so busy. But yeah, we had the chance to talk to some locals, which was fun. We spent some time at bars, which is honestly my favorite thing to do, is just to chat and get to know people. And that's really, it's a lot of fun, especially for Ruben. He loves chatting with the boys for sure. Let's.
Walk through the orange.
Oh. Poppy.
Who is that guy?
Who? Oh, in the light there? Oh. Who's that guy? Na, 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 na.
Who's that guy? Who's that guy? It's not Jess. Voltaire?
Voltaire?
But everybody with those wigs look like it.
Whoa. This is Hogwarts.
So this is the decision. Left or right?
La casita. Whoa. Rubes in Bruges. Holy scheiße.
dışarıda
Of course, we had to take a canal cruise. This was totally worth it. I don't know if there's some that are like more expensive, but we just found a place and the timing worked out great. And I think it was 15 euros each. We didn't get it in advance. We just showed up, I think around 12:30 maybe. And then as like we noticed that once we left, I think we had to wait for like two boats. We had to wait for one boat to come back. We weren't waiting for that long, maybe max like 20 minutes. But by the time we got back, the lineup was huge. But I would really recommend this. It's gorgeous. You get to learn a little bit of the history. And yeah, I mean, it's so cool to me to see these houses that like open up onto the canal. I just really just love that. I don't know why, just like it. But yeah, I would recommend in Bruges definitely taking a canal cruise. Like, you have to.
On the left of us, you can see the back of the house brewery, the Halve Maan, or in English. On your left, you can see the Beginhof, which was founded in the 13th century. Since 1926, there are no longer any member of the Begin order living there, and it is now occupied by Benedictine nuns and single women. À votre gauche, vous pouvez voir le
Sounds like
Beginhof,
a good
fondé
place.
au XIIIe siècle. Depuis 1926, il n'y a plus de membres de l'ordre des Béguines vivant là-bas, et il est maintenant occupé par des nonnes bénédictines at Window. Sur le côté gauche, au-dessus du pont, vous pouvez voir la plus petite fenêtre gothique. On your left is the palace of the Lords of Grotius, which dates from the 16th century, and is now a museum of antiquities and decorative arts. À votre gauche se trouve le palais des seigneurs de Grotius, qui date du XVIe siècle. Il abrite désormais un musée d'antiquités et d'art décoratif.
Ooh, a lady captain.
On the right, you can see the Groningen Museum, which boasts an outstanding collection of southern Netherlands and Belgium painting spanning the period from the 15th to the 20th century. À droite, vous pouvez voir le musée Groningen, qui possède une collection exceptionnelle de peintures des Pays-Bas du Sud et de Belgique, couvrant la période du 15e au 20e siècle.
He's like, feed me?
Seen any of this side,
The windows of Hotel de Tuileries are of Venetian glass from the famous Murano workshops. Les fenêtres de l'hôtel de Tuileries sont en verre vénitien provenant des célèbres ateliers de Murano.
Lovely.
We now have a beautiful view at the Belfry. This magnificent tower stands 83 meters above the market square. Inside are 366 steps, and it houses 47 bells, which together weigh about 27 metric tons. Nous avons maintenant une belle vue sur le beffroi. Cette magnifique tour s'élève à 83 mètres au-dessus de la Grand Place. À l'intérieur, il y a 366 marches et il abrite 47 cloches pesant en... We will shortly be sailing under the Groothuis Bridge, which, as you can see, was built in 3 stages, the 15th, 16th and 17th century. Above us is the Arends House, which houses a collection of paintings by the English artist Brangwyn on the first floor. Nous naviguerons bientôt sous le pont Groothuis, qui, comme vous pouvez le voir, a été construit en 3 étapes, au 15e, 16e et 17e siècle. Au-dessus de nous se trouve la maison Arends, qui abrite une collection de peintures de l'artiste anglais Brangwyn au premier étage. In front of us is the Bonifacius Bridge, and behind the bridge on the right, you can have another beautiful view of the Church of Our Lady. Devant nous se trouve le pont Bonifacius, et derrière le pont à droite, vous pouvez avoir une autre belle vue sur l'église Notre-Dame. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the end of our tour. If you've had a pleasant time, consider leaving a tip for the boatsman. I wish you a very nice stay in Bruges. Mesdames et messieurs, nous sommes maintenant arrivés à la fin de notre visite. Si vous avez passé un bon moment, envisagez de laisser un pourboire au batelier. Je vous souhaite un très agréable séjour à Bruges.
Jelly toast.
Gotta give those boys something to do.
Emma. Out.
And the yeah, that was our trip. It was amazing. And I do highly recommend it. Like I said, we just took trains around everywhere, and then the longest train ride was from Bruges back to Amsterdam. You have to take a train to Antwerp, which is an hour and 15, wait in Antwerp, and then Antwerp to Amsterdam, another hour and 15. So at the end of the day, it's really not that long, but that was the day that we had the most travel time, which was, our last like full day there. So we just went back to Amsterdam. I booked a hotel that was fairly close to the airport, and we just walked around there. We got some ramen. I didn't take the camera out. But that was also nice. Got some ramen, smoked a joint, went back to the hotel. And the hotel that we stayed at was great. They had free candy in the lobby. It was an H Now hotel or H Now. I'm so fucking dyslexic when it comes to that name. I always get it mixed up. But hotels, it was great. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about this travel that we did, definitely let me know. I highly recommend Belgium. I highly recommend Amsterdam, and we had an absolutely fabulous time.